Okay, guys, here's the notes for 9.2.2. This should be a lot faster than the last one. It's just looking at missing measures of triangles. The main thing that you need to know is that if you add all the measures of each angle, interior angle in a triangle, angle A plus angle B plus angle C, they add up to 180 degrees. And then we use that information to figure out all the rest of these. So I've just got 6 examples. These are right out of your classwork, 9.1.2. Sorry, guys. And as we go through this is the most basic one here. In order to find x, on each of these, we're just finding the missing measures. Okay, to find x, we're going to add these two up and subtract from 180. So 115 and 30 is 145. So let's write that out. 115 plus 30 is 145. Then we take those two and subtract from 180 to find x. So 180 minus 145 is 35 degrees. So that's how much x is. X is 35 degrees. Okay, on B, we've got no information other than that these 3 angles are all the same. That means this is an equilateral triangle, and it also means that each of these 3 angles being the same, they're still going to have to add up to 180 degrees. So we're just going to go x plus x plus x, which is 3x, equals 180 degrees. Okay, and if we solve this little equation, divide by 3, find out that x is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, those are a little bit more simple. This one might take a little more thinking to kind of figure it out. We're going to keep going from here. Just going to set up little equations here to help us figure out these missing measures. Okay, so on this one, we've got x and 2x, and we've got 30 degrees. So these 3 together add up to 180 degrees. You can write an equation kind of like this, where you do x plus 2x plus 30 equals 180 degrees. So x plus 2x is 3x. And that's a pretty simple equation to solve. Subtract 30 on both sides. We get 3x equals 150. Divide by 3, x equals 50. You can go back and just double check that that makes sense. So if this is a 50 here, okay, and this were 50 here, 2 times 50 would be 100. So 50 plus 100 plus 30 adds up to 180, so that is correct. Okay, on B, again, we're trying to find x. We got a 90-degree angle over here. So I'm just going to kind of not worry about that. If I could just get rid of that 90 out of my 180, that means I've got 90 degrees left over for these 2 angles to add up to. So that means x from here plus x plus 10 from here is going to equal 90 degrees. And as I go through that, x plus x is 2x. So subtract 10. 2x equals 80. Divide by 2. And x equals 40. So 40 degrees. So this one would be 40. And since this is 10 more than 40, this one up here would end up being 50. Because 40 plus 10 is 50. All right. Got a couple of crazy looking ones to finish it up here. And we're just going to kind of work our way through it. This one I did not do a very good job of drawing, but I didn't feel like really drawing it. So here we go. As we look through this, there's several triangles we see. We can see this big outside triangle here. We've got a little triangle up there, another little triangle in here, another little triangle in here, okay? And we're gonna work our way through and just try and figure out which angle is which and how to finish this up. So First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big outside triangle and I'm going to figure out y. So I know that 36 degrees plus 116 degrees plus, and those two have to go together to make this big third angle here, plus y plus 15, that all of that adds up to 180 degrees. Excuse me. And so now that I've got that, this gives me an equation I can solve for y, and then it'll start to help some of the other pieces fall into place. But there's multiple ways you could go about doing this particular problem as well, but this is just when we do that. So let's add these together. So 116 plus 36, that is going to be 152, plus 15 is going to be 167. So we're going to have y plus 167 equals 180. Take away 167. Oops, sorry. And we'll get y is equal to 13 degrees. Okay, you might want to just double check that all of that adds up. So we put a 13 here. We got 13 plus 15 to give us 28. Plus 36 is going to give us 58, 64. Add that to 116, comes out to 180. So that works out. So y is 13 degrees. Now x, on the other hand, got to figure that one out. For me, the shortest way to do that is to start here with the 92 degrees and just go, okay, if this is 92 degrees here, I know that these two angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So, because they're on the same line together. So this one, so 180 minus 92 is going to give me 88 degrees there. And so now I know that this is 88. I can add these two up and subtract from 180 to find x. So 88 plus 36. Okay, that's going to give me 124. So 124, now I can just subtract that from 180. And I will get 56 degrees. So x equals 56 degrees. Okay, so there's this kind of a bigger problem there. I got x is 56, I got y is 13. You can go back, rewind, work your way through that if you need to understand it. All right, so we've got D here. Now on D, we have y over here, not drawn super well, and I've got both of these are x. So I know that these two are the same measure. And I've got some other information here. I've got that this outside angle here is a 90-degree angle. Okay, I've got this 54 degrees here and 105 degrees there. So as I go through this, I'm going to try and figure this out. I'm going to start with this outside triangle, this half of the quadrilateral, this triangle here. I'm going to take my 90 degrees and my 54 degrees, add those together and subtract from 180 to find x. That'll give me x because I know that this angle right here is the third angle in that triangle. So 90 plus 54 is 144 degrees. Subtract that from 180. And I will get 36 degrees. So I now know that x equals 36 degrees, which means that this one is also 36 degrees over here. And I'm about ready to go figure everything else out. I've got 105 right here, and I know that it's a vertical angle to this one. So I'm going to write a 105 over there. Now to find y, all I have to do is add up these two angles and subtract from 180. So I got 105 plus 36. So I get 141 degrees. I'm going to take that and subtract it from 180. So 180 minus 141 is going to give me 39 degrees. So y equals 39 degrees. And there are my missing measures. X is 36 degrees and y is 39 degrees.